Before beginning, we are analyzing an RGPV question paper about the main highlighting questions from this unit. As you can see, in the yellow highlighted area, some important terms or definitions are there in the question number 3A, such as RMS value, form factor, peak factor, time period, and frequency. These all terms are related with the AC circuit and are defined with respect to an AC waveform, which is generally taken as sine wave. The paper is of November 2018. In May 2018, there is another question from this unit on the basic terms or definitions. What is difference between DC and AC? Draw AC sine wave and define instantaneous value, average value, and RMS value of this AC sine wave. So, what we are going to study today in this unit, in lecture 1, is the basic terms or definitions from AC circuit. These are important terms or definitions which are coming throughout in the RGPV question paper, as we have seen in the two previous papers. Number 1, waveform. These all definitions are or will be defined with respect to an AC waveform, which is a sine wave, as shown in figure. Number 1, waveform. The shape of the curve obtained by plotting the instantaneous value of the alternating quantity is called waveform. So, for plotting this curve, what we have shown in the figure, this can be, if in the x-axis we have T and in the y-axis we have V voltage, AC voltage, then for time T1 definitely there was a value called V1, and for time T2 similarly there was a value called V2, and by obtaining these different values we have for time T1, for time T2, similarly up to time Tn. So these values, different values from various instances, are called instantaneous value, and by plotting these instantaneous values, we obtain a curve which is called waveform. So the definition is the shape of the curve obtained by plotting the instantaneous values of the alternating quantity is called waveform. Instantaneous value, the value of an alternating quantity at any instant. For example, this is V and this is Ft. Then for T1 we have a value V1. So at that instant, this is the value of voltage, and for that instant this is the value of voltage. So these all are called instantaneous value, means the value of an alternating quantity at any instant. Next one is cycle, one complete set of positive and negative half of any alternating quantity. So in any alternating quantity there is a positive half and there is always a negative half. So one complete set of positive and negative half of any alternating quantity is called cycle. So from 0 to 90 or pi by 2, then 270, from 0 to 90 or pi by 2, then this is 180, then this instance is definitely 270, and finally this is 360 or 2 pi. So in this manner, this is completing one cycle. So time required in second to complete the one cycle of an alternating quantity is called time period. So this is time period. Next one is frequency, the number of cycles made per second by an alternating quantity. So this is one cycle, this is complete, from here to here this is complete one cycle. So the number of cycles made per second by an alternating quantity is called frequency. In India we have a frequency of 50 Hz, means in 1 second we have 50 cycles in our AC system. Amplitude, it is the peak or maximum value of the alternating quantity. It's called amplitude. Then peak value, maximum value obtained by an alternating quantity during one cycle is called the peak value. So if we talk about the maximum value, so this is definitely if this is V, then this is the Vm, means, or if we talk in one cycle, this is positive maximum and this is called minus Vm, which is negative maximum.